Hello student, today I am going to discuss with you modern theories of natural law in jurisprudence. Modern theories of natural law can be classified into two centuries. That means to say modern theories of natural law during the 19th century and modern theories of natural law during the 20th century. Out of these two centuries, the 19th century had been regarded as a century in which the concept of natural law had been rejected by the jurist. Whereas in the 20th century, the concept of natural law had been once again revived by the jurist. What was the basic reason for the rejection of the concept of natural law? Although during the 18th century, natural law theories brought great social, economic, and political changes which had been taken place in Europe because all the natural law jurists were belonged to the Europe, and due to these natural law theories, great social, economic, and political changes had been taken place in Europe. Reason or rationalism was the spirit of the 18th century thought. It was the thought during the 18th century that every positive law should be based on reason. But in the 19th century, what has been happened? The popularity of natural law theories suffered a great decline. The problems created by the new changes and developments demanded practical solution to the problems. Even jurists of 19th century preached that there are no absolute and unchangeable principles of natural law, as it was argued by the previous jurist. It was argued by the previous jurist of natural law that principles of natural law are absolute and these cannot be changed. But jurist of 19th century had preached that it is a wrong statement given by the previous jurist and there are no absolute and unchangeable principles of natural law as it was argued by the previous jurist. On the other hand, during the 19th century, the historical researches disclose a fact that there was not any concept of social contract in the history which was alleged by the natural law jurist. And this concept of social contract was only a myth, it was not any historical fact. During 19th century, what attracted the attention of the jurist? The historical and analytical approaches to the study of law attracted the jurist, and the importance of natural law theories had come to decline. What was the basic reason for this declination of the concept of natural law? The reason was that after getting the government, capitalists thought that now there is no need of the concept of natural law. According to them, they could make their own laws. Even after the bourgeoisie revolution in America, all philosophies in natural law was rejected by the jurist. John C. Calhoun criticized Thomas Hobbes and his work. He argued for the predominance of individuals over the others. To continue without conflict, there is need for a controlling power. That means, according to him, if one individual want to dominate other class of the individuals, then there must be a need of controlling power with that individual. That means to say, according to him, the state is needed to control the other class of individuals in the society. John C. Calhoun was interested on the control. According to him, there must be some power of control by the state. During the 19th century, focus is now shifted on the state and not on the principles of natural law. After basically rejecting natural law motion, the ruling bourgeoisie adopted the concept of positivism, and they said that only the positive law should be considered. The bourgeoisie adopted positivism and they look at the law as it was made by the state, and they reject the concept of natural law. And after rejecting the concept of natural law, the study of jurisprudence was limited to the technical analysis of the positive law, which was laid down by the state. So, during the 19th century, first of all, jurists adopted the concept of positivism. They look at the law as it is. They had not any concern with the morality in the law. And they have altogether rejected the concept of natural law. After rejecting this concept of natural law, the scope of the jurisprudence was got limited. It was limited to the technical analysis of the positive law, which was laid down by the state. According to positivism philosophers, there was no need to find the value of the law beyond the law itself, because they are concerned only with the technical analysis of the positive law, which was laid down by the state. So, in this way, in these changed climate of thought, it became very difficult for the natural law theories to survive, and the 19th century was in general proves to be hostile to the concept of natural law theories. But in the 20th century, there was again revival of the concept of natural law, and 20th century is regarded as revival of natural law theories. Towards the end of 19th century, a revival of the natural law theories took place. What was the reason for this revival? Because due to the rise of capitalism, there was creation of two classes in the society. The class of rich and poor was established. The revival of the natural law had been taken place due to rise of capitalism that created class of rich and poor. Due to capitalism, conflict of interest between nations had been taken place, which results into the war, suffering, and property destructions. These situations made capitalists to rethink on how to solve these problems of suffering and losses. But they were interested to find a philosophy of politics to show the people that despite what have happened, capitalism as a system was still a face of human. Therefore, natural law had to be brought back. But it is very important to note here that natural law during the 20th century was not resumed as it was before 19th century, but it was resumed by making the modification which can suit to the new conditions of the society. According to Salmond, this revival of natural law was due to the following reason. According to him, the desire to re-establish the closer relationship between law and morality was felt by the jurist. Now they are started thinking that there must be a relationship between law and morality. If a law do not contain the element of the morality, then that law cannot got success in the society. And there was a dissatisfaction with the command theory of law as it was given by Austin. And this command theory of law destroyed the concept of morality from the positive law. So they need to revive the concept of natural law. According to Salmond, there arises the need for a juristic basis for a progressive interpretation of positive law in those cases in which law could not be strictly applied. Why the law was not strictly applied? Because law loses the concept of morality in their laws. This had been happened particularly in America. According to Salmond, the development of sociological theories and sciences also led the government to revive the concept of natural law. And the development of the idea of relatively in modern jurisprudence also revived the concept of natural law, which means that laws are universal, but they vary in their content with the time and place. During the modern theories, during this period, the modern theory of natural law reject the older conception of natural law. What was the older conception of natural law? According to the old concept of natural law, the law was immutable, not able to change, law was eternal, and law was universal. But modern theory of natural law reject this older conception of natural law. Now, the natural law is mutable, that means it is able to change with the time and place. Now in 20th century, natural law is not considered as absolute, but it is considered as relative, which means that it has variable contents. That means to say, natural law varies according to time and place. Kohler, Gani, Stemler are the main exponents of the revived natural law theory during the modern periods. The revival of natural law principles has also greatly influenced the judicial system of our country. Now, our Supreme Court and other courts frequently observe the rules of natural justice, and these rules of natural justice is an outcome of the natural law principles. According to the Supreme Court and other courts in India, they have held that right to hear must be given to the other party, and opportunities should be given to each person to defend their cases. In a number of cases, the Supreme Court of India has observed the importance of the principles of natural justice and also applied these principles for giving the decisions. But in England, positivism still remains dominant, and natural law or justice is rarely invoked by the judges or practicing lawyers in England. But in the United States, the existence of the fundamental rights in the constitutions of the US has given more scope for the natural lawyers, and moreover, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is essentially a natural law document. So, in this way, during the 20th century, there was a great revival of the concept of natural law. So, this is something about this lecture. In the next lectures, we will discuss the theories of natural law given by the modern jurist Stemler and J. Kohler. Thank you very much.